I cannot describe the ways in which Paige Robbins has benefited our family, from allowing me to focus on my career to when I have some days or time off, giving me time to focus on myself. It's allowing me to be the 26-year-old that I kind of had hoped I would get to be. And honestly, just the kindness and the love and care that I've been shown in just the few short months that we've been here, that's just priceless, what they've really given us. I couldn't have imagined a more perfect 20-something years with my best friend. She instilled so many great values into me. She never made me feel like I should be ashamed to be anything or anybody or any person. You know, just being myself was enough. And she just made me feel so validated. And I think as we go through this part of our life, that's the least I can do for her. And so when the pandemic came around, of course, we all had to go back and chill at home for a little bit. And I think that's really where I noticed that mom was missing some bills, or I saw some mail come in that said, past due. And she has never missed a bill, as far as I know, in her entire life. And so to see that there were things stacking up, or there were things that maybe had gone spoiled when mom was a very meticulous cleaner, and just things started to slip, I started to notice it just because I was at home 24/7. So when I started to see some of those signs, I immediately took mom to a neurologist, and we finally landed on a diagnosis that she had Alzheimer's. So being able to move forward with that and understand what was happening, I can't have imagined, Paige Robbins, I think, was always meant to be a part of our story just because of how well everyone takes care of mom and me, and just is here to support us in a way that I think not a lot of people know how to prepare for.
What I love the most about Paige Robbins is just that people ask you how you are, the clients and the staff alike, and they really mean it. They really care to know how your week's going, how your day is going. They want to know the good, bad, the ugly, and they want to, just like with our clients, if it's not such a great day, they want to brighten your day, and they'll do anything possible to make that happen.
I would say the atmosphere overall is a positive and loving place to be. We do a lot of arts, board games, puzzles. We pretty much keep them busy throughout the day. We rotate every hour.
Coming to Paige Robbins has definitely helped mom just continue some of her independence. First of all, I'm glad that she is one of apparently a shining employee here. I think it's wonderful that she, even though she doesn't know particularly the specifics of how everything works, she feels that she's important and she's useful, and that this is some place that she expects to go and is excited to go. I think it's difficult when your 26-year-old child is telling you what to do or suggesting what to do. And sometimes that can cause some, feelings of, inadequacy, I think. And I know that must be really hard for her. And so I'm glad that I can take her somewhere for the entire day. And she's like, oh, Brittney, I've worked with so many clients today, and it's been a tough day at work, but I'm excited to get home and get some Chick-fil-A. Things like that, where I think we would have continued these conversations had she continued to work and had been, going on the trajectory that we expected life to go. So it's been great to able to kind of allow her to have some room to grow and room to branch out. I'm glad that you like coming here and that you can hang out,
Because I used to be very introverted. I didn't want to speak to nobody. But I'm not shy anymore.
You're not shy anymore. You're not shy at all.
No. Can't be that way.
Everyone says you're their favorite person. All my friends love you. Everybody loves you.
I know.
We love Miss Betty. We call her the boss lady. She pretty much helps us redirect the participants sometimes. She sits down with my group, interact with them. She's our helper.
So the support groups at Paige Robbins aren't only beneficial and just an amazing thing to have because of how it brings all of these caretakers together, but I feel like for how quickly mom has progressed, my other 20-something friends don't really know how to relate to me and relate to this issue and kind of the things I'm going through. There's something about talking to another caregiver, and coming into the first support groups, I was a little bit nervous, but honestly, there are so many similarities between caretakers across the board, and it was so great to see that just because my situation felt so unique to me, that it's really not. I'm a caretaker, an only child, and a caretaker to a single parent. And that's a whole bunch of different things that come together and I need support for and to talk about. So it's giving me even more than I thought I would have ever gotten with just, bringing mom to Paige Robbins. I could not recommend Paige Robbins enough to anyone looking for some more support in their caregiving journey. I think you can't expect to take care of everything. I think that's the biggest lesson that I've learned, is you have to know when to kind of let stuff go and let people in. And I was incredibly nervous. My mom is, and for lack of a better way to phrase it, was my best friend. And I always kind of imagined how this would go. I'd be like 35, 2 kids, president of something, really have my life together. And that's not how it turned out when I started to take care of my mom. So it was a very emotional and sensitive journey for me to let people in on helping me take care of my mom the best way that I could. And for this group to be so amazing and welcoming and treating us like we're family, it's made this process so much easier than I think I could have ever thought it would be. And so if anyone is looking for that or looking for that push, let me be that push for you, that Paige Robbins and the team here will be so incredibly additive and perfect in a way you can't even expect. Do you remember the South Pacific song we were singing?
I remember South Pacific, but I don't remember the song all the way.
Happy talking, happy talk. You got
Talk
it.
about
all the things you like to do. And then
you don't have a dream.
You've got to have a dream. How you gonna have a dream come true? That's what I'm talking about.
So
right?